4 NBA coaches who either won a championship or recently coached a team to the finals got fired. Doc Rivers, Nick Nurse, Monty Williams, and Mike, I always mess up his last name, Budenhauser?
MB.
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 There we go. We're all messing up, right?
MB.
Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I am surprised that you're firing top tier.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're firing top tier, what is the game left with? It's just a weird way of thinking that we get rid of the top tier when they don't perform top tier, but they're still performing way better than the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I was 1 this year. I went to 3rd this year. I'm fired. The fuck? Yeah. Last place was last place last year. They're last place this year. They get to keep their job?
Yeah.
The fuck is this? You know what I mean? But that's reality. That's what our realities became. We're penalizing greatness when it slips a little bit, but the bottom gets to keep having fun.
Well, is it because the stakes are a lot higher in a top team versus a bottom team, and the money might be a lot different?
No, I mean, you have bottom coaches making the same amount as top tier.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I got a job, right? I got a job to do. I'm preparing these guys. You're going to pay me $5 million a year. You look at the contracts. It's going to be roughly the same, but it's still it's not like I'm going from first to last, right? Let's say at the end of the season they were planning on firing Spo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Went to the championship, won 3 championships, was first last year, and then started off this year bad as an 8th seed. Typically, this guy would have been fired. Look at him. He's about to be in a championship with that same team, even though he was 8th seed this year, right? They had to play in a play-in game, right? Technically, he would have been fired for the bad performance.
Mm-hmm.
But greatness, great coaches, they perform. You're erasing great coaches, which means who are you replacing them with?
Right.
Nobody's. Bad. It's bad. It's bad. Like if we at AAU, same thing. College or high school coaches, right? They'll go and play this team. They'll beat this team by 100 fucking points, right? You know who gets suspended? The coach who won by 100. Why the guy who got beat by 100 gets to go to fucking work like it never happened? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? The guy who prepared his team to beat the shit out of you is the one who gets suspended and on leave and he can't get his paycheck. And then the guy who just got embarrassed for not working hard keeps his paycheck with no penalty. And that's what's been going on with society. We're penalizing the strong and telling the weak that, hey, you're fine. Keep up the good work. Keep being a loser.
I mean, why do you think that they got fired? I mean, you're right. When you say it like that, it's sort of like, I mean, yeah, you didn't win the finals, but you came pretty damn close.
Well, we lost. I missed this guy the whole year. This guy got
injured. How was I supposed to prepare for that?
Yeah. Out of the fucking 6 games I had, the 5 games, I didn't have my best players. Ass was hurting. Why am I being fired? Like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? The elements didn't allow me. Yeah, we were number 1, but the elements didn't allow me to perform. Like, I don't have my best player. He got hurt. So you take him off the team, technically we're fucking trash. Right? We're decent, but we're not better. Technically, we're not better than the team we're playing against because the team we're playing against was number 1 last year.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't lose anybody. So technically, it's 2 number 1s playing against each other. They just had a horrible year. We're number 1. They should really be number 2. So we're playing against them, but now we don't have our best player. They have their best player, right? And we see the outcome and you're firing me for it.
Yeah.
Right? And I just don't like that notion because the notion is you become the scapegoat. Because technically, the coach is the chef, right? He's the chef. Well, there's someone, the owner, the house owner, is buying the food that you got to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's not pulling in the right ingredients that you have on paper, and I'm supplementing bullshit, and I can go cheaper on here and do all this, and then I expect the same gourmet meal. Right? And that's what ends up happening.
Right. It was also the GM, of course.
Yeah, so the GM is the cook. I mean, the GM is the guy who's buying the groceries.
Exactly.
He's not going to fire himself.
Right.
I'm not gonna fire my fucking self. I'm gonna fire you first. I'm get a new chef, right? The chef is gonna make the thing that I envision, but with my substitutions. I don't want his grocery list. I want to make my own fucking grocery list and give him the shit that I think is good enough for him to make the same meal.